to the Davis and Dennis show. I don't know which camera to look at.
I do, all of them.
Okay, so this might just be the last isolation episode. How excited are we for that?
And why is that? Why is that, Davis? Because most of the world is still in isolation.
It's because
We
Australia...
believe in herd immunity.
I wasn't going to say that.
Oh.
Only you do.
Oh. Only I believe in herd immunity.
But luckily the Australian government is going to release some restrictions, so we might be able to get some people back.
One person, or maybe two. Who
Yes.
knows? Subscribe if you want to, find out what happens.
Okay, but before we get to that, we've got lots of stories for our last ever isolation episode, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Want to start?
Yes, oh my god, Jeffree Star, he's been quite busy since our last episode, hasn't he?
Yes, it's been 2 weeks since our last episode, and yikes, literally,
Yikes.
the world has turned upside down for him.
Well, at the beginning of the scandal, he decided to make everything quiet by bribing his fans $50,000. Wow, I
Well-
thought that was a bit excessive. In my experience, bribing your fans $100 is more than enough.
Oh my god! Is that for me?
Yes, Davis, you know what to say now.
Dennis is the best. I love him. Well,
Yes.
Dennis, did it work?
I think it did.
For Jeffree.
Oh, for Jeffree, not me. Unfortunately not. We know quite a lot about the Darby situation.
Yes, and unfortunately,
You know
literally...
what I have to say about Darby?
What?
Sounds quite a bit like Davey. What do you have in common with him?
Well, Dennis, I hear that you're quite similar to Dennis ASMR. Who turns out to be worse than we thought.
I know.
But we won't go into that either. There are plenty of other channels who have covered this
Okay,
story
let's move on.
a lot better
Yes.
than what we could do. Okay, meanwhile, a racist white supremacy theorist.
Oh my god, that's
Deanna
everything you
Lorraine.
look for in a woman, right?
I know. Well, she's made a YouTube video doing what, Dennis?
Well, she's accused of black people for accusing coronavirus, and everyone's talking about it.
Well, she's saying that black people spread coronavirus
Yes.
more than any other race.
Yes. Well,
Wow.
everyone's talking about that. Do you know what that means for our kind, Davis?
What?
We're back to eating bat stew.
Oh my
High
god!
five.
Not just bat stew, but also crispy bat. There is nothing tastier. And now we are back to Trisha Paytas. No, I feel that Trisha Paytas is the person we probably speak about most on this channel.
Yes, and we've seen far too much of her.
Indeed. Well, recently she's been desperately trying to recover from the fallout of the DID situation,
Oh yes.
which we've covered multiple
What
times.
does DID stand for?
Dissociative identity disorder. You thought you were going to call me out on
Yes,
that?
I did.
How
I'm very
dare you.
disappointed.
So what she's done this week is double down on her self-diagnosis by uploading 2 identical videos of her reviewing Chick-fil-A chicken burgers under 2 alters. Now, Dennis, what's your favorite Chick-fil-A burger?
Oh, we don't have Chick-fil-A in Australia. I have no idea.
Well, these videos are perfect for you. 2 perspectives on the same burger.
So
from the
one of them
same
is Trisha
person.
Paytas, and one of them is Trisha Paytas acting.
Dennis, there is no Trisha Paytas. She just has autism.
Sure.
Well, the last time someone was this stubborn about their self-diagnosed medical issues, Becky Zero claimed...
Oh my god, I remember her. Was she the person who shaved her head and pretended she had cancer?
Well, pretty much. Well, she claimed that she had literally every single phobia under the sun, which all magically disappeared when she got a boyfriend.
What were they?
Well, she had trypanophobia, the fear of needles, mysophobia, the fear of germs and bodily fluids, which is, which will be concerning if you had a boyfriend, many fluids,
Okay.
among others. But this week, what did she do? Well, she donated $32,000 in celebration of her
That's my
32nd birthday. Now, finally, that is an altar I can get behind. But then she tweeted this, and oh my god, I just can't.
Oh my god. Well, Davis wrote my line, and I'm apparently saying, I'm still interested though.
But you are, I can see from here that you are interested. Now we are talking about Instant Influencer, which is our favorite new TV show.
It's my favorite reality show on YouTube Premium.
Okay, the program has finally begun and currently there are 2 episodes.
Yes, James has been called by the Metro as the new Simon Cowell. Although I think nobody can be as cool as Simon Cowell, I aspire to be him and not James Charles.
And I aspire to be James Charles.
And I aspire to be Piers Morgan.
But the point is that reviews have generally been very positive and there is basically no tea to talk about until we uncovered this. Would you like to give me a summary of the show, Dennis, for those of you who are unfamiliar?
Well, the show brings on 6 up-and-coming makeup artists and let them compete for makeup glory for like 10 grand worth of camera equipment and 50 grand worth of cash.
And most importantly, a spot or a video collab rather on James's channel.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Now, Dennis, what would you pay for that opportunity?
I don't know. I'd do anything. I would probably give him $100 if I still had it. I would give away Davis. James can have Davis. I think it's worth it.
How dare you, Dennis? Get off this show now.
No, it's my show.
Not according to that sign no more.
I know how broken sign. On this show, there are guest judges. In the first week, there was Paris Hilton, who is the ultimate yes man, except she's a woman. She's the ultimate yes woman who just loves absolutely everything, including this dreadful iMovie title screen. I mean, honestly, anyone who uses iMovie titles in 2020 should be cancelled.
I know, that Benny person should have been eliminated immediately.
I
for
would
just
have.
touching that button.
She was like, oh my god, really nice graphics. I'm like, that was drag and drop from iMovie.
I know, it's definitely not Davis
It's
and Dennis approved, is
embarrassing.
it?
No, it's not Dennis Davis.
Anyway, there are
approved.
also 2 permanent judges, Norvina and James. And Norvina is the president of Anastasia Beverly Hills.
I don't know what that is, but I'm sure it's impressive.
It is, but unfortunately, it seems like that Judge Norvina has collaborated with a contestant before.
Yes, see this
Ooh.
face? Her face is the face of Ashley, and Ashley is corrupt.
Indeed, in a video on Norvina's channel last year called Norvina Presents ABH Norvina Palette, you can see that Ashley features quite heavily in it.
I would like to say that the video is unlisted, and why is it unlisted?
Because of
there's
the
a
terrible
conspiracy.
name. It's
There's
so uncatchy. Where's the clickbait? And what makes things worse is that Norvina always seems to have positive things to say about Ashley. Like on that
Yes.
first episode, James was like, oh, she's got no personality. This is exactly how James sounds.
She's got no personality. He's not Southern.
Well, Norvina was like, no, she's really professional and all that.
Yeah, but she was so boring, had no personality.
She was literally like, oh my god, I'm bursting with excitement.
I know, and not a trace of a smile. She should have been eliminated.
In
but
fact, Ashley
no.
also said that Norvina was her favorite judge on a
Oh.
Strashme video. I don't know what Strashme is. Do you, Dennis?
What's your source?
We should have done our research. But apparently, she did say that.
People are also telling us that Ashley is also the oldest and most experienced contestant by far,
and
which is
the most
unfair.
skilled, and it's so obvious. Like, she's competing against an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
In fact, in the first proper challenge of the episode, James asked the contestants to make a video promoting a product, and obviously, this was completely biased towards Ashley, because not only has she done millions of sponsored posts before, but she's done sponsored posts for Norvina.
One of the judges.
So she knows exactly what Norvina is looking for in a sponsored post.
This is insane.
In fact, Ashley was invited to Norvina's Halloween party last year.
They're practically BFFs.
So what do you guys think about the situation? Obviously, Norvina has not been eliminated yet. She's the favorite to win.
If she
but
does
do you
win-
think they'll go more for personality than skill? Because I
don't
feel like
know.
Ashley's quite boring.
I think they should have phone voting. Retro.
Just ignore that it was filmed months ago.
Oh no, that's impossible.
Oh, well, tell us your thoughts below.
Well, now we've got some news on Tati Westbrook. Oh my god, Tati and James in the same video.
I don't think we've talked about Tati alone, have we? We've avoided all of her drama.
Yes, but this drama is too juicy to ignore. I mean, it's so juicy, it's barely relevant. So you might be watching a Tati video and you might ask her, oh my god, Tati, how is your face so flawless?
I know, I'm always like, oh my god, Tati, how do you make your face glow like that?
And I'm like, Tati, how do you make your skin pores all disappear?
Tati, how did you make your eyelashes and eyebrows look like one clean watercolor stroke?
But Redditor, Blonde If You're Honk, has revealed the reason why, maybe. And apparently she might be using a skin smoother, like how she did in 2018. Well, what is a skin smoother? It's a video plugin you use while editing a video to make your skin perfectly smooth.
In fact, people are accusing her of not being genuine.
No!
Oh,
She's as
God.
authentic as the time I tried catfishing on Tinder by using a Snapchat filter. Turns out nobody's attracted to Asian 2009 Justin Bieber.
You look like I'm Alex.
No, I'm Justin Bieber. How dare you?
Like it came out of Justin Bieber. Well, some Redditors have pointed out a weird glitch that occurred during one of her videos where she covered her face with a black palette. Her face suddenly becomes less smooth as the palette passes her face. And then we can see that her dimple on her cheek disappears.
Oh my god.
Or reappears, rather.
Yeah, and the colours change and everything. So there's clearly some computer wizardry happening there.
Indeed.
However, other eagle-eyed Redditors have noticed at the same time she covers her face with a palette, the whole frame changes. The white balance changes, the focus changes, everything changes. So it might just be an on-camera glitch and not a face filter of something.
However, that theory doesn't exactly support the fact that, you know, her features suddenly became more defined and her skin flaws. So what else could be happening here?
Well, we believe she is filming using the front camera of her mobile phone. And they are not honest cameras, are they?
No.
They lie to you. Every time you take a selfie, it's lying.
I know you can actually see the phone process your photo as suddenly you go from being really dark to being nice and bright in the image.
Yes, as camera nerds, we can reveal, this is exclusive information coming from the Davis and Dennis show. Phone cameras have so much trickery these days. So when you use the front-facing camera, it detects a face. It automatically finds the right algorithms that's suited for like a selfie. And the moment it doesn't see a face anymore, it reverts to a basic landscape, maybe algorithm of some kind. So that's why the whole thing changes. And when her face reappears, it puts on the portrait face filter. So
yeah, and what these filters do basically blur and smooth out the skin, make it brighter, and along with that, noise reduction can also do similar things.
yeah, so if you notice that someone's selfie or video has like tons of smoothing, their skin looks like watercolor, it might not be Facetune. It might just be a noise algorithm which is just blurring all the noise and making everything look smooth and lovely.
Yeah, therefore this may be entirely unintentional and it's something that happens pretty much with every modern phone or even webcam.
Yes, so why does Tati look so good? Well, 50% it's the algorithms, but 50% her vitamin line.
However, what is your theory? Please tell us below. Do you think that it was the camera at fault, or do you think that Tati was being nefarious?
She's back at it again.
And is using filters on purpose. Okay, now is the big story.
Yes, this story is insane because it involves my favorite Doctor Who YouTuber. This innocent Doctor Who YouTuber who I honestly just watched for his reviews. I would have never thought would be problematic. But then another one of my favorite YouTubers, Blaire White, decided to expose him.
Indeed.
So Blaire White recently made a video about trans trenders. And what's a trans trender, Davis?
I have no idea. Would you like to tell me? Like,
You could just read the
What
script.
does it say?
Trans trenders
Okay,
are...
Blaire says that trans trenders are becoming a thing.
That doesn't explain what they
I
are.
know, but I'm reading off the screen.
Just use your brain, trans trender.
She's trying to find out why anyone would want to identify as trans.
You're not
without...
answering my questions. A trans
Well, it doesn't
trender.
say so on the screen,
Use your
Dennis.
brain.
Trans trenders, I assume, are people who are becoming trans as a trend.
Yes, because it's trendy.
It is not trendy. It gives you views, though.
Yes, given Blaire lots of views.
Indeed. In fact, she's trying to find out why anyone would want to identify as trans without having gender dysphoria.
And that's because the Doctor Who YouTuber who I watch, her name is Vera. I thought she was a he, but turns out he's a she. Sorry, it's so confusing. I'm new to all this, so sorry if I'm being offensive. But
No, give
Dennis
all
so
that. Dennis is
badly.
so problematic.
But basically, she made a video saying she's trans without having dysphoria. That's what the video was about. And what did Blaire say about it?
Well, she says that that is basically impossible because gender dysphoria is the only reason why anyone would want to identify
Gender
as trans.
dysphoria is like when you feel like you're in the wrong body, in the
Yes.
wrong gender. So that kind of makes sense, Blaire, right?
Yeah, because why else would you want to be trans apart from maybe attention? Stuff
So
like this.
Blaire is under the, I don't know, the world view that trans is a medical condition.
Yes, it's not something that you simply identify with.
No, it's
on
not
a
something
whim.
that's trendy. It's not something you believe in. It's just there's something in your brain that says, I'm a girl in a guy body.
Indeed.
Something
So
like
what? However, through that definition, she sort of discludes a lot of people who identify as trans, like some cross-dressers and
Gender fluid people.
indeed, just
Vera.
like Vera.
So Vera, who runs the Council of Geeks channel, which is fantastic. If you're interested in Doctor Who, definitely subscribe. She identifies as gender fluid, sometimes feeling more masculine and sometimes feeling more feminine.
Blair's saying that how can gender fluid people put themselves in the same category as her when their experiences have been so different?
Yeah, she suffered from gender dysphoria her entire life. The whole community, according to her, has spent decades trying to campaign that gender dysphoria is a big issue.
Yeah,
and they are trying to separate themselves from cross-dressers, from gender fluid people, and she just doesn't feel that people like Vera are in her community, which is the main issue here.
Indeed, so what she seems to be looking for is either different categories within the transgender community or for a lot of the transgender community to be released from that term.
The problem is that Vera says, this is so confusing, Vera says that she doesn't identify with cross-dressing and she doesn't identify with as being a cross-dresser or being a transvestite, and just feels that trans is a more encompassing term that can, refer to her.
So what did Vera do, Dennis?
She's tried calling herself a transvestite, a cross-dresser, but she gets lots of pushback from those two. So what
Indeed.
can she call herself? She says that the problem isn't what she calls herself, but her existence in itself.
Yeah, she actually did a live stream in response to Blaire, which got a bit of traction.
Yes, and that's where I got all this information from.
Okay, so what is your opinion on all of this? We want to hear your thoughts.
We have no opinion, right?
Yes, because we are separate from this transgender community, and we are just looking from the outside in.
Yes, we don't pretend to know anything about it. We are just reporting on the news.
That's what Keemstar says.
Really? I don't watch his
That's what Phil
videos.
DeFranco says. I'm guessing Keemstar says a similar thing.
Okay, I think we messed up that story. I apologize.
Okay, and finally we have Cole Carrigan and his Onlyfans. Now, I just feel like that recently all we have been reporting on is different desperate YouTubers doing OnlyFans.
I know. Next
we've had
episode,
Jake-
expect to have Steve Davis having an OnlyFans and me reacting to it. Which, no.
Well, Cole Carrigan is a beauty influencer who we best know for attempting to insert himself into the AEST family drama last year that we covered. Do you remember what happened there?
I don't remember.
I don't either. But it was something about him inserting himself into a situation where his opinions
so
do not
wrong.
belong. Well, we'll link that below.
If I can find it, no promises.
Okay, well, this time, like a lot of other struggling YouTubers and influencers, he has made an OnlyFans account and he announced it on his Instagram stories.
Yes, he's selling it for very cheap. I mean, $3.99 a month. Most people value their nudes at like $15 a month.
Yes, so he uploaded a story that T-Spill luckily screenshotted, which says that he'll be posting a variety. Well, let's just read it.
Times are
Just
tough.
made an OnlyFans because times are tough, and I promise it's not just gonna be porn. Just like a really explicit content of my crazy life, nights I can't remember, makeup tips and tricks and hacks, and maybe a little nudies in there. So no porn, but a few nudies. Okay then, but most importantly, at the bottom in tiny writing, he mentions that it's going to be $3.99 a month.
Which is a bargain, right?
Indeed. However, he changed his mind.
No.
Just 10 hours later, he released another story which claims that it's live and now all of a sudden $6.99.
Oh my god, is that the tea? Him changing the price of his nudes?
It's not only that, because he said, I promise you won't be disappointed. And if you're under 18, please don't subscribe, or at least don't tell your mom. Oh my god.
Did he just tell
He's
children to
encouraging
subscribe?
minors to watch his pornography.
That is uncalled for.
That is a big yikes for me.
Meanwhile, he posts another Instagram, which is very worrying, that he says that he's confused as what to put on the
I mean, why would you
OnlyFans.
start an OnlyFans and just like not know what to do with it?
Didn't he just say what he's going to do on it?
Well, which was everything.
And now so he doesn't know what to
It's
do.
like people who start a YouTube channel and they're like, oh, don't know what to post.
don't know what I'm going to talk
Please
about.
tell me, give me suggestions, give me ideas. No, that's not the point. You're supposed to have the ideas. You're supposed to, you know, not ask for help on your YouTube channel.
Exactly. And in this saucy picture, it says, anyway, swipe up.
Yeah, he
to subscribe.
reaffirms that it's $6.99 a month. I wonder if he's ever going to honor that $3.99.
We'll find out because he says, swipe up for full video, whores.
How dare he call
Oh
us
my
that
God.
word? I am so offended.
That is disgusting. He should be very ashamed.
Well, at the very least, he did address people's concerns about him promoting his OnlyFans to children by insinuating that he was joking and clearly sarcastic.
Was he?
Obviously, we didn't take it as joking and sarcastic.
No, we just reported on it and Reddit didn't feel that way.
Yeah, but I wonder where he got inspiration from making an OnlyFans
Well, just the
from.
people around him like Jake Paul, Tana Mojo, Trisha Paytas, everyone
and-
we're talking about.
Yeah, and his fans to Jeffree Star as well. Maybe Jeffree Star will do an OnlyFans.
And since we're really involved in this community too now,
Dennis will.
no.
Well, someone did at least say that he looks like a Kmart James Charles.
And he
is
starts
very
his
true.
stories with, hey cousins, because it's less incestuous than, hey sisters,
Hi, sisters.
hi sisters.
Okay, and however, luckily for all of you guys out there watching and us, for those of us who were concerned that $6 was a bit too much on the budget, he's reduced the fee to $4, just like originally promised. He posted, quick, the next 15 subscribers get my subscription for $4. Go, go, go. So hurry up,
Our
guys.
special promo link is in the bio
Go
below.
subscribe to Cole's OnlyFans.
Okay,
Well, he
that's the
honoured his
news.
original prize and he also addressed the minor controversy.
So, well done. And that's the end of the show.
If
That
you
was
have
a
any
train wreck.
opinions on any of the stories that we covered today, write them in the comments.
Yes.
Next week we might be back, but it's Mother's Day, so maybe we won't film. I don't know.
Tell us if you're excited for the full show to be back, because I am.
Yeah, tell us if we should call it season 6 or just continue season 5 like nothing
As
happened.
if anyone cares. And until next time, goodbye.
Like.